Good evening, folks. Welcome to tonight's editions of Stocks and Slides with your man. Tuesday, March 16th. The green days have came to an end. Hopefully just temporarily, folks. Hopefully this was just a slight correction because we have had 7 green days in a row on the Dow up until today. Today, I think we finished at, negative 127 points, something along those lines. But I was looking at the sectors. I mean, none of the sectors were performing well. So, it's not so much bad moves on the investor today. I mean, a lot of accounts taking some hits today. Surprisingly, which I did not expect this. If y'all been following any of my videos, if y'all haven't, please click that like and subscribe button. It would be greatly appreciated. I have been following SunDial now for, I guess, going on 3 or 4 weeks. Hot topic. It's a hot stock. A lot of people are invested into it, and especially, 2 or 3 weeks ago, it had the big $4. It was up to like $4, out of nowhere. It skyrocketed. So anyway, I invested in the SunDial yesterday after the 20-cent jump, after hearing about the 50-50 joint with the SAF group. It piqued my interest, and I had some funds available, and I went ahead and purchased, I think, 1,750 shares or something like that, just back around $2,800 invested. So I jumped on the bandwagon, and I have not been talking highly of SunDial since I have been observing them. I do remember last week when the stock was up to $1.16 a share, and it kind of rode that wave for about 2 or 3 days, and then there was a support line there. Definitely, there was a support that was being established. And it kind of rode that wave for about 2 or 3 days. And then, last week was a great week. And then it started to get off that support and was moving along with the market. The market was going green every day. And it was gaining, 4 or 5 cents, 6, 7 cents a day. And so then yesterday, like I said, that was green day number 7 in a row for the Dow. Probably 5 green days in a row for SunDial. And so I was like, here's my opportunity. Here's my opportunity. It's a 20-cent jump that people are, stimulus checks are coming in this week, and there's going to be a lot of new investors, and SunDial is a hot topic, and I'm still holding for it, but today was definitely disappointing. I was thinking, and still holding on to it, that this could be a repeat of what it did a few weeks ago, with it jumping right up, and in the way AMC just kind of stinks. It's not about valuations and fundamentals, but it has skyrocketed, right? Just because people are buying and pumping in. Same thing with GameStop. Squeezing out the shorts, pumping it up, and it's just skyrocketing. I mean, the company's not worth a flip, but it doesn't matter. It's not about valuations and fundamentals. And that's why I invested, $2,800 or so in SunDial, and I'm leaving fundamentals and valuations out of it, and especially with that 50-50 partnership yesterday, had that 20-cent jump, and then come to find out we have earnings coming up in the post-market tomorrow for SunDial, so there's a lot of excitement with SunDial right now, so I was really surprised to see it go down today. So let's look at that, folks. SunDial growers, 11-cent drop today. Go figure. You always hear that saying, and I'm starting to I feel like this as well. It's like, if you want a stock to go down, just buy it, right? So I finally pulled the trigger and I bought into SunDial. Get that on a high day, on a very high day. The highest point it's been in 2 or 3 weeks at $1.64. That was my purchase, and I struck it and I bought it. So anyways, today was 11-cent drop, and this surprised me as well. Now, one thing about SunDial, like I said, it definitely, if you take the earnings out of it, you take the 50-50 partnership out of it, SunDial growers has been moving with the market.
I've been noticing this. This is the trend. So anytime the market has been green, SunDial Growers appears to go up, and then if the overall market's red, SunDial Growers goes down. And that was the exact case of what happened today. Although out of all days, what the overall market did, red or green, I was really surprised to see this going down today. It makes me just a little cringe just a little bit, since the earnings are coming out in the post-market tomorrow. So down 6.79% today. Another very heavy volume day, 472,620,764. We had a day's high of 75. I tell you, I woke up this morning, I was so excited about SunDial, and really what I was thinking, this could be a × 3, × 4 investment, right? I thought, we're going to pump this sucker up. I mean, I really was excited. And I woke up this morning at 5:40, 2 or 3 hours before the market opened, and I was half asleep, but I wanted to see what kind of movement we were getting with SunDial. And the first thing I seen, it was up to like $1.85, and I was like, oh, this is going to be a stupendous day. I mean, like, oh, this is fantastic. I was already up like over $400 in my investment. It's like, this is what I expected. So I wasn't completely surprised when I looked at my phone this morning. That is what I expected SunDial to do, and I figured it was going to. So I went back to sleep, and and then when I got up again at 6:30, I noticed it kind of dropped a little bit, but I wasn't worried. And then once the market opened, it just was disappointing. I was really disappointed with SunDial today, and that's with the market overall, but SunDial in particular, because, man, it took me a while to pull the trigger, but I did. So we opened up this morning. Once the market officially opened, I think it opened up at probably at the 175, then immediately dropped back down into about where it finished off yesterday, around 165. And then it dropped pretty low to about 157. Then it crawled back up, got back up to about $1.64, and then it just gave way and just slowly started dropping throughout the day. So we had 11-cent drop today. I'm not real excited about this bid and ask currently. This looks like the trend that has been taking place all day. A little less buying and more selling. So that's definitely not going to help this for the immediate future. We definitely would like to see that completely lopsided. But earnings come out tomorrow at post-market SunDial. So that's going to be interesting. I believe their earnings is expected. Let's see if we can bring that up. But I believe they were expected at so their expected estimate of negative 6 cents a share. So we would like to see that we beat that. Am I going to hold on to this through earnings tomorrow? It all depends. I don't necessarily have to have this. This only makes up probably about 25-30% of my overall portfolio. So I'm, it all depends. If this is my question, this is what I'm going to ask y'all. If y'all comment below my video, if y'all can remember this question. So let's say tomorrow this thing's just skyrocketing. Let's just say it jumps all the way up to $2.50, $3 a share by 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, right before the bell. Will y'all sell that? Cash in y'all's profits if it's a double up, or would you take the risk and hold on to it through the post market to hear the results in the news and just be faced with the reality come Thursday morning of are we losing tons of ground and we've should have sold before? I'd like to hear what y'all have what is y'all's plan with this? Are y'all going to hold through earnings, or are y'all going to hopefully we get a big jump tomorrow and then just take your profits and run, and just it's a risk and reward. I know if there is good news, I mean this thing could skyrocket. I mean this could turn into it could turn into a 4 or 5. If they beat their earnings with all the newly investors investing, I mean it could. I mean it It really could. But it could also have the very reverse effect. The scary part about this stock is, 5 or 6 months ago, this thing was around 40, 50 cents a share. I don't think with negative earnings, if they don't meet their expectations, that it will drop that low. But again, there's not anything to back up SunDial growers as far as fundamentals and valuations. I noticed that they have beat their earnings pretty significantly from what I hear and what I think what I've seen over their last 2 earnings. But since then, it seems like maybe their expected earnings are now higher than they was previously. So they've kind of raising the bar for SunDial. So it's going to be interesting, folks. It's going to be interesting. So I would love if y'all would, please, if you haven't already, please click that like and subscribe button. Comment below my video and tell me what y'all's thoughts are on this. So the market was bad today. I did sell a position today. Actually sold PFIE. If y'all have been following that stock I purchased in at $125 a share. Yesterday at close it was at $152. It's been basically gaining 5 or 6 cents, 10 cents every day. And actually yesterday it had a 20-cent gain. This morning all the market was in the red, and this thing was kind of hovering between $1.42 and $1.46. So I put a limit trail stop on this of 5 cents. And I actually ended up executing a sale at $147 later in the day. So luckily I did cash in some profits of, around $240 or something. So did make a little money there. But overall, my market today, it was down $534, 5.83%. That was what I recovered off of selling PFIE. So let's talk about it. MRMD, my other marijuana stock. See, I like to be diversified a little better than this. I do like MRMD. It holds steady, and it does have valuations and fundamentals, and I believe eventually this will break out. So if y'all haven't, don't want to spend too much time on it, please look at MRMD. I am in this stock at 88 cents. Currently owns 1,658 shares. Like I said, right now it's at 78 cents. So it's a good price on this. It's a good price on this right now. I may even buy some more of this tomorrow. SDPI, it was down as well, 4 cents, down 3.77%. Still down $268 overall in this one. Can't make money when the market's red, especially not today. Luckily I did with PFIE. SunDial, like I said, I purchased this yesterday at $1.63. And, today was not a good day. It did drop. I was blindsided. Like I said, on 1,750 shares of this. Currently down after purchasing yesterday. I'm actually down $225.75. Here's another investment that I made yesterday. HDSN. It's a air conditioning, commercial air conditioning. Let me tell you exactly what it is here. Hudson Technology is a refrigerant services company. The company products and services are primarily used in commercial air conditioning, industrial processing, and refrigeration systems. So I purchased this company yesterday. Pretty good investment. I spent quite a bit on it, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, so I'm in at $1.64. Currently, it's dropped down to. After purchase, it's dropped 4 cents. So I'm currently down $41. I own, 1,025 shares of this, so not a super large position. But I'm like, it's refrigeration, it's air conditioning. I don't know about you guys, but it's getting pretty balmy here in Tennessee already. And I know the industrial sectors and all that stuff has been taking a big hit. But eventually we're going to have to fill these factories up, and eventually there's going to be companies are going to be expanding. So this definitely isn't I wouldn't really consider this a swing trade opportunity, but you better believe me, if this thing jumps up to $1.75 tomorrow, it could be a quickly into my swing trade opportunity. So yeah, that's Hudson Technologies. Let's show you their chart. See why I purchased this. I've got this pre-generated watch list that I kind of add things to it, quite often when I'm looking at stocks. So it's kind of been on my radar. I like the price. So let's look at a 3-month chart here. So after their earnings last week, they didn't perform well. They dropped, but they've bounced back. They're over the blues of the earnings. So kind of an up and down stock. Like I said, they were affected pretty tremendously by the pandemic. There's a slow, the overall trend over here in a 1-year chart. It is up. It's more of a lateral, but with a slow incline. So I figured the world's getting better. It's getting hotter. Hot air conditioning, industrial. Let's give it a shot. Like I said, I didn't pour it all in there. I own, like I said, just over 1,000 shares, so it's not a huge investment, but it is. It is. So that's what I did today, folks. So again, if y'all haven't already, please click that like and subscribe button, and I'm gonna come back here. So what is y'all's plans with SunDial? Like I said, now what if SunDial, tomorrow we wake up, there's a lot of hype, there's a lot of expectations going in these earnings, and with it right now being around $1.50 a share, what if 2 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow, this thing is up to $3? Do you sell? Take your double up? I'm in at $1.64, so if it gets to $3, it's close to a double. So almost $3,000 invested, turn it into $6, cash out. Is that what you would do? Or do you take the risk and hold it through the earnings that's going to happen in post-market? And with my Ameritrade account, I can't sell or anything in post-market. So whatever droppage happens in the post-market or raises in the post-market, I can't do anything with it until that bell strikes 8:30 Central Time Thursday morning. So if you would, please comment below. Tell me what you guys think, what's your plans. And I'd be really curious to hear some feedback on that. Again, if y'all wouldn't mind, please click that like and subscribe button. It'd be greatly appreciated. Y'all have a good night.